are you in favor of government creating public spaces for collecting data, or playing some, taking some initiative in ensuring that
Absolutely.
data is available?
And look, the government is already doing it, right? Like, I feel like every time I talk to, countries outside India and I'm talking to policymakers there and tell them about Bhashini, they're just shocked. They're like, wow, that's so cool that the Indian government is already doing this, right? And we are already, Bhashini and what Bhashini is doing, and we are, honored to contribute to Bhashini at Karya. It is such a huge deal when the government decides to help build critical and open source critical language data sets, so everyone has access to their language, their data, so they can build technologies for their communities. Um, I think the government has done a phenomenal job, both with the datasets platform, the India AI mission, Bhashini. Um, there's so many incredible things the government has done to open source access to data. Now, I do believe the government's job should be to build the building blocks, which is what the government is doing, right? We also need to ask the private sector to come in, right? Like we need to ask the big tech companies in India, outside India, to also invest their resources in building bias-free data sets, right? The responsibility cannot just fall onto the government, right? I'm so grateful that we have a government that cares so deeply about equity that they're doing things like Bhashini, and that's fantastic. And may that continue forever. Hopefully, it will. But at the same time, I think it'll be really exciting that if organizations from the civil society, citizens, collectives, non-profits, for-profits can come together to collect and open source other forms of data, right? So then, it's like a stack, right? So the government build the building block, and then on top of that, people can create domain-specific data sets that help build specific applications. So I think it has to be a collaboration, and the government agrees with it. Bhashini hosts these incredible hackathons where they invite startups to build on Bhashini, and there's so much work happening in that ecosystem, which is very nice to see.